What?
The game.
Oh.
To your left. You're supposed to go
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is the most important scene in Obsession. It's when Bear's driving Nikki home that tells us everything we need to know about the underlying story, because for Bear, it's never about truly being in love with Nikki. It's more about the infatuation that he has with a girl like Nikki being in love with him and validating his own ego. It's really about his lack of self-worth, his insecurity, and the real tragedy and horror of the story is how much of a coward he is. Because at least to me, all of Nikki's dialogue in that car scene was very intentional and made me feel like, wait, this girl might actually like him too, and this wish doesn't even need to happen. She tells him that this other girl, Sarah, has a crush on him, asks him how he feels about it. He friend zones her, and then she says, oh, when I have a crush on a guy, he'll never know. And then when she's about to go in her house, she even gives him a wide open shot to tell her how he feels, saying, if you like me, now's the time to tell me. And that moment tells us everything, because he's not going to get a better opportunity than right there to tell her how he really feels, and still he would rather live in the fantasy that maybe one day Nikki will just magically see him the way that he wants her to see him. If he had told her that yes, he has feelings for her and she doesn't reciprocate them, or even does, the fantasy breaks, and he's more comfortable living in the lie than having to face the reality of what happens if she rejects him. And that's why the bedroom scene where he says, what's so bad about being with me, hits so hard, because he never loved Nikki. He just saw her as this prize that if obtained would validate his ego. And he was more comfortable living in that lie, letting Nikki suffer, hurt herself, keeping her as his prisoner, than live in the reality of this girl not liking him because his ego couldn't possibly bear it. Bear is the one that is so obsessed with what he wishes he had that he doesn't see what's right in front of him. He knows the whole time that what he's doing is wrong, but he would still rather live in the fantasy of that wish coming true than in his own reality. And that's why it's an amazing movie and getting so much love right now, because it's a real tragic story packaged as a horror that I think a lot of people can resonate with in one way or another.